Hello everyone. The topic for today is solve one-step inequalities. Right now I want you to pause the video so you can copy down your notes and then resume when you're ready. So to solve a one-step inequality, we're going to use very similar practices that we did with solving one-step equations, in which we're going to look for the inverse operation. Okay, there's just one little wrinkle, and that is if you multiply or divide by a negative number to solve the inequality, then you have to flip the inequality sign in your answer to make it true. So let's look at some examples. So x minus 3 is greater than negative 9. So since we have subtraction in the problem, we're going to use addition to solve it. So we're adding 3 to both sides. That makes that 0. So we're left with x is greater than negative 6, because negative 9 plus positive 3 gives us negative 6. Next example, x plus 10 is less than or equal to 50. We have addition in the problem, so we've got to subtract. We're subtracting 10 from both sides. That makes that 0. So we're left with x is less than or equal to 40. Let's clean that up just a little bit. Okay. Next example, we have negative 5x is less than or equal to negative 45. So to solve that, we are going to divide by negative 5. And this is one of those examples where we are dividing by a negative number to solve it. So that means we're going to have to flip the inequality sign. So we are left with just x, because negative 5 divided by negative 5 is 1. And negative 45 divided by negative 5 is 9. But we've got to flip this sign like so. That's what makes the inequality true. Okay, and if you were to plug 9 back in here, and anything greater than 9, that's what's going to make that inequality stay true. Okay, so we have x is greater than or equal to 9. Next example, we have x divided by 8. So we're going to multiply both sides by 8. That cancels out because that 8 divided by, the 8 divided by 8 is 1, or 8 times 8 in this case would be 1, because we have division. So we are left with x is less than 448. Next, we need to represent our solutions on a number line. Again, very similar to something that we've done before. Okay, so here we have h minus 4 is greater than 9. So to solve it, we have to add 4. We are left with h is greater than 13. So now we've got to put this on a number line. So let's label our number line. And again, you can start from pretty much any number as long as your solution is going to fit on the number line, and we generally do not skip count when we're representing solutions on a number line. Since our target number is 13, we're going to put a dot at 13, and we're looking at greater than 13, so we're going to end up shading this section for everything above 13. And since it does not include 13, because there's no line underneath the greater than sign, we're going to leave the dot at 13 unshaded. Looking at the next example, we have 14n is greater than or equal to 56. So to solve that, we're going to divide by 14. And we get n is greater than or equal to 4. Now, just in case you're trying to remember, we did not flip the inequality sign because we're not dividing by a negative number to solve it. That's only if you divide by a negative number. So we get 4. So again, we have to label our number line. So everything is similar to the previous problem. So we got 4. So we're going to put a dot at 4. And since it's greater than or equal to, again, we're shading everything this direction. And then we're going to shade in the dot at 4 because it's greater than or equal to, meaning it includes 4. Looking at another example, we have s divided by 2 is less than 16. So we're going to multiply both sides by 2. So we get s is less than 32. So we have to solve that inequality as well as represent the solution on a number line. So this is the only choice that has s is less than 32. And as you can see, everything is shaded to the left for less than 32, and the dot at 32 is unshaded because it does not include 32. So I want you to solve this problem, and this problem. Bring those answers along with any questions that you may have with you to class tomorrow.